Vancouver Public Schools Board of Directors for September 27th, 2016. And first on our agenda this evening, first of all, we have 3 board directors present today, 2 with excused absences, Director Rice and Director Gillespie. First on our agenda this evening is approving minutes from the meetings from June 28th through August 23rd.
I move that we approve the minutes.
Second.
Great. Any discussion or questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
And any opposed? Okay, the motion passes. And next on the agenda, oh, Pat, do we have any audience participation or citizen comments this evening?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda, we have special recognition for 2 students, Nicholas Neathammer for Columbia River High School and Connor Rasmussen from Skyview High School, who were both named semifinalists in the 2017 National Merit Scholarship Program. Nicholas is unable to be with us this evening because he's playing in a tennis tournament for Columbia River, so we wish him extra good luck. And here to present today, we have Margie Ruzicka from Columbia High School and James Gray from Skyview High School. And Mark Stoker from the Board of Directors as well.
Good evening, Dr. Webb, members of the school board, colleagues, and community guests. Skyview staff, students, and community are very proud of Connor Rasmussen and his selection as a National Merit Scholar semifinalist. He plans to attend a four-year university, but is undecided as to his choice at this time. However, he would like to study anthropology or archaeology, possibly becoming a real-life Indiana Jones. Along with rigorous advanced placement courses, Connor's day includes playing the oboe in the orchestra for Skyview, the Junior Symphony of Vancouver, being a member of the Storm tennis team, and being an avid movie buff. His favorite movie is Blues Brothers, and his favorite part is the musical number at the end of the movie, which he began to sing to me when we first met. He loves all of the interesting people at Skyview and enjoys seeing them every day during his busy schedule. His advice to young scholars is to not let any one bad grade get you down, and be sure to get your sleep when you can. Connor, congratulations. Your whole school community is very proud of you.
Dr. Webb, members of the board and community guests, my name is Margie Ruzicka, Associate Principal at Columbia River, and I'm pleased to be able to recognize Nicholas Neathammer for being selected as a finalist for the National Merit Scholarship Program. Nick currently has a 3.9 GPA as a full IB diploma student, which is no easy feat. He also contributes to the school community through his involvement in Key Club and National Honor Society. He plays both tennis and baseball for the Chieftains and is currently competing at this very moment at a tennis match at Mark Morris in Longview. Nick's top 3 picks at this point for colleges are Stanford, Claremont McKenna, and the University of Washington, and while he's still a little bit undecided, right now his plans are to pursue either pre-law or pre-med. Nick is an example of the best that Columbia River has to offer. We congratulate Nick and his family, and we expect to see many more great things from him.
Connor, I'm going to put in my plug for the University of Washington. So it's a great school. And then Nicholas, I mean, pre-law, pre-med, that's a line right out of Animal House, isn't it? What's the difference? And I can say that because I was both, so I ended up with law. But on behalf of the entire board, I want to congratulate you on this outstanding academic achievement. I know the board's become accustomed to seeing national merit semifinalists and finalists, but I can assure you it's never routine. To be in the top 1% of seniors in the entire nation is really an exclusive group and something that really you should be proud of. I think your folks are here, I'm sure they're proud of you too. So congratulations and good luck becoming a finalist and getting some scholarships, and let me know if you need any help getting them moved up.
Congratulations again.
It's fine.
Next on the agenda, we have a Design to Showcase on family engagement and family community resource centers. Here today to present to us, we have Tim Tyler Carlson and Tamara Shoup.
Dr. Webb, members of the board and community guests. Tonight I have the honor and privilege of introducing a remarkable woman, one who is tireless in her commitment to establishing and growing school and community organization partnerships that help improve student achievement, build stronger families, and develop healthier communities. Tamara Shoup is the Director of Family Engagement in the district's 18 community resource centers and our mobile FCRC. This evening, Tamara will share highlights from the FCRC's work this summer, because that work doesn't shut down just because we're not in session. Including tonight will be a recap of 2 signature district-wide events, Go Ready and Right from the Start School Supply Drive. Please join me in welcoming Tamara Shoup.
Thank you and good evening, Dr. Webb, members of the board, cabinet, and community guests. Thanks for having me here tonight to share a little bit about how we're bringing the vision for family engagement to life at Vancouver Public Schools. As you know, the goal is by 2020 to have family community resource center services in our schools district-wide. And so I wanted to share a bit about how we've been accomplishing that so far. Currently, as of this fall, we have 18 center-based family community resource centers with the addition of Truman and Walnut Grove this fall. The mobile reach with our mobile Family Community Resource Center on wheels has been able to really do some targeted work at 8 of our schools. And we have the final 11 in our sites to do some outreach and a needs assessment at those schools. The priorities for Family Community Resource Centers are really focused about 60% on addressing basic needs. So providing that wraparound support for students who may not have their basic needs met. Then there's about 25% of our time where we're really looking at what are the enrichment opportunities and family engagement opportunities that we can bring to that community as well. And to make that work, about 15% of our time is spent looking for those partnerships and leveraging the community resources that we currently have available. One of the ways that we're reaching 100% service delivery model is through 2 signature events, the Back to School Go Ready Festival, which is every August. We had our 3rd event this year. At that event, we served 1,200 people. We had 79 volunteers, of which half were students, high school students, and 60 community partners joined us as well. The Right from the Start School Supply Drive was a city-wide school supply drive where we were able to collect 5 tons of school supplies. Then what we did with that 5 tons of school supplies is sort it and distribute it to every school building before school started. I want to share just a quick video with you highlighting the work and hearing from a couple of my colleagues, Alicia Topper and Jan Redding, who were really key in making this event happen.
We had 670 people in 15 minutes. So we know that the numbers are going to grow, but regardless, we know we're helping families and students who want to make sure they're ready on their first day of school.
My girls are going back to school. My twins will start kindergarten this year, so I just wanted to find out all the resources available to them.
$50 is a real stretch, especially if you have multiple kids. So we're trying to ease some of the burden.
Today,
we're bringing in enough school supplies to my employees all collected, and should be enough school supplies for 100 kids.
I want to thank the communications department for always being there to help us capture this moment, because we're always in the moment when things are happening at these large events, and you can imagine the amount of workforce that it takes to pull some of these things off. So special thanks to Mick Hoffman's team, both from facilities perspectives and for DROs. We had a great DRO leading our Metro Watch team, and that was really helpful and reassuring to all of us. I just want to point out that we are just one of 6 strategic initiatives in the district that are really helping us meet our mission for excellence in education for all students, and it's a privilege to do this work. Thank you. Questions?
Any questions or comments?
Well, I mean, great programs. I can't tell you how impressed I am with the ability to gather all those resources, do all the coordination work, and serve that many people in one day in a short period of time. It's a great thing for our kids and our families that need it most. So really, congratulations on such a great job.
Thank you.
An awesome job getting community and the schools partnered up and inviting them into the schools. And that is just so fabulous. And once kids have the right start, they can keep going. So it's just great work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and thank you both and your teams for all you do tirelessly on behalf of the district to help make sure the students are ready and prepared to learn high school stuff.
Thank you.
We have the consent agenda. A number of items for review.
I'll move for approval of consent.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. And our first and only item of regular business this evening is a recommendation to approve the 2016-2017 public policy agenda for Vancouver Public Schools. The public policy agenda provides a statement of positions and legislative priorities for Vancouver Public Schools to assist the board, superintendent, and district leadership team in communicating effectively with elected officials and stakeholders. Dr. Webb, what is your recommendation?
That the board adopt the 2016-2017 public policy agenda for Vancouver Public Schools.
And I invite a motion.
I move that we approve the public policy agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries. Do we have a superintendent's report this evening?
No superintendent's report.
We do have one board of directors report. We have a legislative report from Rosemary Pryor. Rosemary?
Yes, I had the privilege of attending the Legislative Assembly up in, Spokane. Is that up? No, open over, okay. In Spokane this past weekend. And I have to say our public policy agenda was quite, many districts were interested in the fact because they were worried about how do we talk to legislators? How do we know the school district or the board supports what we say? And I said, I never have to worry about that because Vancouver Public Schools has a public policy agenda. So I know exactly what we stand for. And so when I talk to legislators, I'm not afraid I'm going to say something that's wrong because I have it right in front of me. And several of the districts said, can we have a copy? Can we have a copy? And I said, sure. So that's great that other districts want to do something that will be supportive of all the people of the organization, not just one voice, because collectively we are much stronger. And we are quite, actually all the districts in the state of Washington, all 295 of them, if we could get a collective voice, we are the largest employer in the state of Washington. So imagine if we could get everybody to be a collective voice with our legislature, we wouldn't be ignored. I can tell you that right now. So that was great. Some of the things, the big word for policy for the coming session that will open in January of 2017 is compensation. in all its forms. Compensation from the legislature to finally amply fund public education if it is their paramount duty to do so according to our Constitution. So that was a very huge topic of discussion. How are we going to convince legislators that they have to do what they're supposed to be doing? So that was important. Also, compensation for our teaching. If we're going to retain and recruit and keep people in the profession, the quality of people that we need to meet the challenges of education today, we have to compensate teachers, not only in money, but in professional development, in support structures, all those peripherals that we sometimes don't think of when we talk about compensation. So that's one of the WASDA's, and WASDA is the Washington State School Directors Association, right? Okay, thank you. And so they've broken out their positions into 5 categories. Learning, and that's the full funding of McCleary. Teaching, which is, again, looking at giving teachers time and resources and compensation for their job. Leadership, making sure that school board directors keep, and the superintendent, we keep local control over our schools. We don't want the state interfering because they probably would mess it up, so we don't want that. And then governance, the idea that we create the solid framework. And as you saw in Tamara's presentation, you know, another way, we have a strategic plan, we follow our plan. And so we want to make sure that we are running our school district in the proper stewardship that we have over our students and for our patrons. And then funding and allocation. So how do we allocate money? How do we get the money that we need to run a school? So I learned a lot. One of the major ideas for funding that they're proposing, they want to have in the platform. We're not sure yet of all the positions yet that they'll be taking, but getting the 60% for bonds to pass, trying to get rid of that, just to have a simple majority. Because a lot of school districts can get 59.6%, and it's all, gee, that's too bad. And no. So that's one of their platforms they would like to see happen, is getting that just to a simple majority. So I learned a lot, and I'm ready to go talk to legislators on the Hill, not just one time in February, but more than once. I have some connections with some legislators, so we all can do that. Email them, call them, make your connections with them. You're the voice, and we need everybody's voice to help us if we're going to fully fund education as it should be in the state. So,
Thanks for attending.
oh, my pleasure.
Appreciate that.
Any other comments or reports? And with that, we will adjourn the meeting. Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening.